Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, counsel, you are ready to proceed with preliminary hearing, is that right?
Yes.
So, sorry, Mr. Baker's objecting to us proceeding by Zoom.
Well, that's the way we're going to do it. Objection overruled. Are you ready to proceed? If I can
Yes,
get my
sir.
team started. All right, Ms. Gillette, you're ready to proceed. I see you have Deputy Fisher. Would you like to call your first witness? The goal today is to determine if there is probable cause to believe count one, possession of a controlled substance, to wit, methamphetamine and or MDMA. A level 5 drug felony has been committed, and probable cause if this defendant committed that crime. The remaining charges 2 through 4 are misdemeanors. So we're focusing preliminary hearing on level 5 drug felony, methamphetamine.
There's
Or
there's an amended complaint that was filed June 12th, 2025. Count 2 is also a felony. It's his third or subsequent possession of marijuana.
you said there was an amended, how about June 12th, maybe?
Yep, June 12th, 2025. We have
All right,
certified copy of his conviction from
okay,
the municipal court of Hutchinson, Kansas, and we have his certified conviction
okay.
of with marijuana from Reno County.
Okay. All right, so we are also proceeding on the amended count 2 for preliminary hearing, unlawful possession of the controlled substance, THC and or marijuana, after having 2 prior convictions, Reno County District Court Case 22 CR 427 and Hutchinson Municipal Court 20-26119 for the same violation. So, Ms. Gillette, you may call your first witness on these 2 counts.
Your Honor, we'll be calling Deputy Blake Fisher. We also have Sergeant Cordell and Deputy Jim Oakley with us.
All right, Deputy Fisher, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Deputy Blake D. Fisher
And how are you employed?
by the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been so employed?
Since December of 2019.
And were you on duty on June 7th of 2025?
I was.
And what drew your, where were you when you came across the defendant?
I was traveling southbound on Kansas State Highway 99, approaching the US Highway 400 junction.
And do you recognize the defendant with us here today?
I do.
And could you indicate what he's wearing for us?
A black and white shirt, and he's labeled Greenwood County Jail.
Thank you. Would the record please reflect that the deputy has identified the defendant?
Record shall so reflect.
And deputy, have you, what drew your attention to the vehicle?
As I was approaching the junction, I observed the window tint appeared to be too dark on the vehicle.
All right. And I noted that it's in the evening time or nighttime. How do you check window tint when it's evening time?
Usually with my high beam headlights activated.
Okay. And do you have experience in checking window tint in that manner?
I do.
And did you then effectuate a stop on the vehicle?
I did.
Where did you effectuate that stop at?
The traffic stop was conducted, I believe, hold on just a second.
Sir, can you tell us what you're looking at, what you're reading?
My affidavit.
Okay, I put this on the web for 10.
It was on our road at US Highway 400.
Okay. And is the intersection of 99 and 400 within the bounds of Greenwood County?
It was.
And is our road a road within the bounds of Greenwood County?
It was.
Did you what did you do first after you stopped the vehicle?
I approached the front driver's side window where I was greeted by Mr. Baker and his front seat passenger, who is the registered owner, Casey Mead.
And do what is your common practice when it's dark and there's a dark tinted windows on the vehicle?
Uh, Normally I have them roll down the window so I can see into the vehicle.
Okay. Do you carry a flashlight with you?
I do.
And is it easier to see into the car if you have a flashlight than if you don't?
Yes.
And did you, after you approached the window and you talked with the driver, what did you do next?
I asked for his driver's license. He stated that he did not have a driver's license.
Did you get identification for this individual?
I did.
And did he have a driver's license?
No, he had an expired state of Kansas identification card.
And did you get the registration for the vehicle?
I was I was given a title of the vehicle.
Had the vehicle been then registered into their names?
It was registered into Miss Mead's name.
Did it have a current valid tag?
Yes, it was a temp tag.
All right. And now, did you check the status of their driver's licenses?
Yes.
Were they able to locate insurance for you?
At first, no, but I was provided with the insurance.
When did you eventually get provided the insurance?
After we had an issue with the vehicle and the lights when I thought it was being placed into reverse. It was shortly after that I was provided with the insurance.
Okay. So, at this time, you weren't able to be provided with the insurance.
Not on my initial approach, no.
Okay. And on your initial approach, did you ask for backup?
I did.
Okay. And let's talk about the lights and the reverse lights. When did you notice these lights?
Judge, I'm going to object to this. Question is irrelevant to the reason why we're here today.
Ms. Gillette, response?
Judge, it would be relevant as to why he ended up having to call backup officers to come and what ended up prolonging the stop a little bit.
I respectfully disagree. He's already said that he called a backup officer on his initial approach. The lights have nothing to do with it.
I'm going to overrule. Go ahead, Ms. Gillette, with your case and present it as you will at this point. I hear objectionable.
Did you return to your vehicle to check different items for the vehicle and the drivers and the passenger?
Yes.
All right. While you were sitting in your vehicle, what happened that drew your attention back to the vehicle?
I observed one of the reverse lights activate.
Okay. Was the other reverse light functional?
No.
What gives you concern when a reverse light activates during a traffic stop?
I wasn't sure if he was going to attempt to use the vehicle to harm me or try to flee from my traffic stop based on his behavior throughout the traffic stop. I had great concern.
Okay. And what did you do next after that occurred?
I drew my duty issue firearm, exited my vehicle, and instructed him to put the car in park.
And after you did so, did the reverse lights go out?
They did.
All right. But only one of them was working.
Correct.
Then did you have them turn the car off?
I did.
And did you end up holding
Now you say them, but are you referring to the driver?
the driver
defendant?
past then the past? Did you ask the driver to turn the car off?
I did.
And then what did you do next?
I asked for the keys of the vehicle.
All right. And is that when you ended up getting the paperwork on the car?
Yes, for the title and the insurance.
All right. And was the insurance current, or did she still need to try to find current insurance?
I believe it was current.
On page 2 at the bottom of your affidavit, did you have an expired card but not current policy?
Judge, I'm going to object. This question's been asked and answered. He has current insurance, or there was current insurance.
Sustained. Please proceed on another matter.
Did the owner of the vehicle, who was the passenger, need to try to look over?
Where's the noise? I'm hearing someone else's conversation. Is that coming from the jail?
It's coming from the defense attorney.
Is that coming from you, Mr. DeHoyos? Okay, thank you.
It may be. Sorry, Judge.
Okay.
Do you need to review your affidavit to refresh your recollection, Deputy?
On which part, Jill?
Yeah, I need to refresh my recollection on the question. It's still kind of vague in my mind. If you'd repeat your question, please.
Did the passenger need to look somewhere else to get her insurance card?
At first, she said that the insurance card was in the trunk of the vehicle, and she asked me if she could get out and get the insurance card. I granted her permission. Mr. Baker stopped her and said no, he doesn't want her looking through his belongings in the trunk of the vehicle. And then after the whole reverse light situation, she was able to provide me with the insurance from her purse.
Okay. All right. Now, did you end up taking Mr. Baker into custody?
I did.
And at that point, what was he being arrested for?
Operating a motor vehicle without a valid license.
And did you secure him in handcuffs?
I did at approximately 1:13 in the morning.
And then did you end up having Sergeant Cordell arrive to the stop?
I did.
And did he have a free air sniff of his partner?
K9 Kilo did perform a free air sniff around the outer of the vehicle.
And did Sergeant Cordell, who's with us, notify you that there was a positive alert on the vehicle?
Yes, at approximately 1:38 in the morning.
Did you conduct a probable cause search of the vehicle?
I did.
Was there anything of note that was found in the vehicle?
There was a glass methamphetamine smoking pipe, hypodermic needles, marijuana, a digital scale with residue, and a rolling tray with residue.
And were these items in, what were these items in?
So the methamphetamine smoking pipe, along with one of the hypodermic needles, was in a drawstring bag that was located on the front passenger floorboard. And there was other hypodermic needles that were found in the trunk of the vehicle, as well as the marijuana, which was in the trunk of the vehicle, which Mr. Baker previously told me his belongings were in the trunk of the vehicle.
And were they inside any specific bags or anything in the trunk?
There was numerous bags in the trunk. I didn't notate what they were in. They were just found in the trunk.
Okay. And, would the defendant, Mr. Baker, have access to those items that were with his belongings in the trunk?
I would assume so, yes.
And he had control over the vehicle that the items were found?
Yes.
Judge, I'm going to object to this question as calling it the ultimate answer or ultimate question.
Sustained. I can make that conclusion and that determination at the end of the evidence, which would be the appropriate determination.
And were the items field tested?
What the methamphetamine smoking pipe was, yes.
Did you send them to the KBI lab for testing?
I did.
And the marijuana, what kind of marijuana was it that you found?
It was the regular marijuana, the green leafy vegetational marijuana.
And based on your training and knowledge, was it marijuana?
Yes.
And Your Honor, for the record, we'd ask the court to take note that Mr. Baker has prior conviction 2022 CR 427, and the state has a certified copy of that conviction, and that he has a prior conviction for marijuana in municipal court of Hutchinson within the boundary of Reno County in case number C195116, and that we have a certified copy of that conviction as well that has been previously provided to the defense.
I do see when I call up the official court records in Odyssey that there is a Reno County case 2024 LM211 City of Hutchinson Municipal Court versus John Timothy Baker. And that's one of them you want me to refer to. Is that
Yes.
correct?
It's the possession of marijuana with one prior conviction. And then he also has the municipal court, which is the prior conviction.
Well, that was the municipal court. There is also the GW. That's one we're here on today.
And
He
then
has a 22 CR 427 drug paraphernalia without valid license. So that's not one of them you're relying on, correct?
no. And then there is a pre-sentence investigation in the same Reno County case, 2022 CR 427, and it will show in his criminal history the conviction for marijuana from Hutchinson Municipal Court.
Okay, I don't see that I have that available. Is that filed with the court in this case? Because I don't see that PSI as part of the Odyssey file that I was looking at.
It is. It's filed June 29th, 2023 in that case.
Okay. In that case or this case we're on, because I don't, that other case, the way it comes to me, does not show the pre-sentence report. Do you have that document you can share screen?
I do not have it scanned into my computer, Your Honor, but if you give me a second, I can scan it and send it up
Or
to
if you have staff that want to bring it to me, I can't take judicial notice if I don't have the docket to look at it for, show the document.
Let me see. I think I have it saved to my hard drive, Your Honor. The PSI. Apologize. I have a cold that's really bad.
No apology necessary. That's something you certainly couldn't help. Mr. De Hoyos, do you have any objection to the court taking judicial notice of the official court records as she refers to them?
No, Judge. I mean, she has sent me the same, so it would be inappropriate of me to try to object to the foundation on those at this point.
All right. If those will be, you want to admit them under what exhibits numbers, Ms. Gillette?
Judge will admit the municipal court conviction as Exhibit A and the Reno County conviction as Exhibit B.
You want to call that plaintiff's A and plaintiff's B, or do?
Yes.
Okay, we can do that. The Sedgwick County or the Reno County is B. All right, whatever's easiest for you to, if you want to just have someone run those up, or we can sure do it whatever way works best for you, Miss Gillette,
I can just have the girls copy them and run them upstairs real quick, Your Honor.
or even email them, whichever's quickest and easiest for you.
Mm.
All right, if you want to proceed, we'll admit those and I can look at those when they get here. Or do you have any other questions of this witness, Miss Gillette?
Judge, I'll pass this witness to the defense.
Very well, Mr. De Hoya, any cross-examination of Deputy Fisher?
So, Deputy Fisher, I want to make sure I understood some things about your testimony. As I understand it, Mr. Baker was arrested for not having a driver's license and driving a vehicle. Is that right?
He was operating a motor vehicle without a valid license and he was taken into custody, yes.
Is that the reason he was taken into custody?
Yes.
Okay. And at the time at which you did the free air sniff, or a free air sniff was conducted, Mr. Baker was already in custody in a patrol vehicle. Is that right?
I'll verify I did not perform the free air sniff. Canine Sergeant Mike Cordell and his canine partner Kilo performed the free air sniff. And yes, he was already taken into custody inside of a patrol vehicle.
So he no longer had any access to anything in his vehicle in any way, shape, or form at the time
No.
at which he did the, okay. To be clear, you understood that the passenger had a valid driver's license.
Correct.
Okay. And after Mr. Baker's arrest, you could have released the vehicle to the lady to drive away.
I could have, but she was aware that Mr. Baker did not have a valid driver's license, so she was taken into custody for knowingly allowing an unauthorized operator to operate the motor vehicle.
How did you come to find out she was aware Mr. Baker did not have a driver's
She
license?
told me that she was aware that he did not have a valid driver's license.
Did she volunteer that or did you ask that of her?
I asked that.
Did you read her Miranda rights before asking that?
She wasn't in custody.
Why did you ask her that question?
Well, because I wanted to know if she was aware that he didn't have a valid driver's license.
You were suspecting her of the crime of assisting somebody in operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license?
Correct.
And you didn't provide her Miranda rights before conducting that investigation with her?
Custody plus interrogation equals Miranda, Mr. De Hoyo, and she was not taken into custody at the time that I provided or that I asked the question. So no, I did not provide her Miranda rights.
And you had the key to the vehicle?
Correct.
She was not free to leave.
No.
You were asking questions to determine whether or not she committed a
But
crime.
was she taken into custody?
Sir, respectfully, I'm asking you a question I need an answer to, and I'd like you to let me finish the question before I get your answer.
Okay, well,
which
we're
is-
just on the same thing. So she was not taken into custody, so I did not need to provide her with her Miranda rights at the time.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. De Hoya, if you want to move along, this has
I will,
been
Your
asked
Honor.
several
I
times.
will, Your Honor, just a moment. Give me just a moment. I'm grabbing that affidavit. I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Gillette, any redirect of Deputy Fisher?
No, Your Honor, we'll call Sergeant Mike Cordell.
Is Deputy Fisher then needed any longer, or can I release him from these proceedings, counsel?
He wants to stay in case we need rebuttal.
All right, I think maybe you're being asked to stay, Deputy Fisher, so I won't release you just yet in case you're needed for rebuttal or other purposes. I do see Sergeant Mike Cordell is present, so would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please proceed, Ms. Gillette.
And Sergeant, could you please state your name for the record?
Sergeant Mike Cordell.
How are you employed?
I'm a patrol sergeant and canine handler for Greenwood County Sheriff's Office.
Did you conduct the free air sniff with your canine partner, Kilo?
On this stop on June 7th of 25, I did.
And are you and K9 Kilo a certified police canine partner?
Yes.
And on the free air sniff, did you, what drugs is Kilo trying to detect?
He is certified in marijuana, methamphetamine, heroin, cocaine, and the derivatives of all of those drugs. He's also trained on fentanyl, um, and does alert to fentanyl as well.
And on this date, did you run Kilo as a free air sniff around the vehicle?
Yes.
Is it an alert or a final indication that is necessary to have probable cause?
So an alert is sufficient probable cause for me to call it as a positive alert and search the vehicle. Final indication is just an additional trained response after an alert that just further solidifies that he's found what he believes to be the strongest source of the odor.
Judge, I'm going to object to both question and the answer based upon them saying that that's probable cause and defining it as the same. I don't believe it's appropriate for them to make judicial decisions as to what is probable cause.
All right, I will strike the judicial determinations, but I think the information is relevant as to what the dog did, what he found. But Sergeant Cordell is answering the question to show his knowledge and his dog's ability. So
And
go ahead.
did Kilo have an alert on this vehicle?
Yes, Kilo alert, no final indication.
And with Kilo's alert, what in your working with Kilo is an alert?
So it's just a noticeable change of behavior. In his case, it would be oftentimes a stiffening of his tail. He'll snap his head back to the odor as he's walking by it. That's when he notices the odor. He'll detail the vehicle, and you can see a change in his breathing and his posture.
And does Kilo alert to the presence of or the odor of the drug?
He alerts to the odor of a trained substance.
Okay. Does there have to be a specific amount?
No, just the odor has to be present.
And were all of your trainings and your certification current at the time of the stop?
Yes.
I will pass this witness to the defense.
All right, Mr. De Hoyos. Cross-examination, sir.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, ma'am. I just writing down the last thing that gentleman said there. Just a moment here. I'm trying to understand something you said there about an alert is just a change in behavior.
It's a noticeable change of his behavior that's indicative of him being what we call in odor, locating an odor that he's trained for.
So noticeable change in behavior. I mean, I guess it's a little vague here. I'm just trying to figure out, is there any certain thing that is it? I mean, or is it just any kind of noticeable change in behavior means that you're having an indication?
So, like I explained, he gets excited when he locates that odor. So there's a change in his breathing, his posture. His tail will stiffen. His head will snap back to that odor as he's going by it, and then he'll, what we call detail, he'll sniff the area, trying to locate the strongest source of the odor.
Does the dog experience changes in behaviors when they're around other dogs, like at playtime, around the field, or they get released at a park? Don't they experience change of behaviors then?
My dog doesn't interact with other dogs. He's a working dog that bites, so he doesn't interact with other dogs. So I'm sure he would show a change of behavior around other dogs because he doesn't interact with them.
Wasn't there dogs in the vehicle that you were doing the free air sniff on at the time in which you were doing the free air sniff on?
Yes, there were dogs inside. He didn't interact with them. They were in the vehicle.
So you're looking for noticeable change of behavior and you don't socialize them with other dogs, but there he sees two dogs in the back and you're surprised that there's a noticeable change of behavior indicating that's like some drug as opposed to, hey, there's a dog in here he's never met before. Is that right?
Are you asking me or telling me that I'm surprised by something?
I'm just trying to figure out, how did you separate his noticeable change of behavior from seeing another dog to probable cause belief?
All right, let's ask that question, Sergeant.
So when there's other dogs like inside a vehicle, what I'll see with my dog is that he'll oftentimes he'll look through the window, see the dog, and then he goes back to work. I mean, there's not that the behaviors that I see with him with a dog inside a vehicle are wildly different from a noticeable change of behavior when he locates the source of an odor.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I have no further questions to this officer.
Back to you, Ms. Gillette, for any redirect.
Nope, no further questions.
All right. Any reason why Sergeant Cordell should not be released from today's proceedings, Ms. Gillette?
No, Your Honor. I don't know if Missy was sent the
I
data
do have those.
field test.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. Say that again. I interrupted you thinking you were going to go somewhere where you didn't. I
No.
thought you were going to go back to those previous admissions.
We have the positive data chem test.
Missy, we haven't received the positive data, the chem test, the KBI report is she's referencing. We just have these journal entries that were brought up this morning, right?
Right.
So if you want to introduce and or admit the KBI lab reports, I mean, we can do that as Exhibit 3. You're calling them Exhibit A, B, so this would be C.
Do we have KBI lab reports?
We don't. We have the data chem field test, which is the probable cause test.
All right. Okay. Well, in answer to your question, no, Ms. Gillette, I don't believe I have anything from the KBI. And Missy, tell me if you think otherwise.
No, we do not.
Okay.
C,
So if you want,
C is the data chem test that show the positive field test results, Your Honor. We'll have those brought up to you. You can see in the corner, it's a positive result.
okay. And Mr. De Hoya, you said you have not received those?
Well, no, I received what she is showing on the
Okay.
screen, but we do not have a KBI
Lab report.
lab test. And my
Okay.
concern is whether or not what Jill's trying to admit meets with the statute that you can take notice of.
It does. We've done it before and we've argued this in prior cases.
I can use it, I believe, for accumulation of evidence as to probable cause. Now, for trial, of course, it'd be a different issue.
Really, I mean,
But you're going to need to qualify what this document is, Ms. Gillette, a little more specifically for the record, please.
Your Honor, we usually admit those in lieu of the KBI lab. It is the positive data chem report, and we will send a copy up to the court.
But for the, excuse me, but for the record, could you or the deputy through his testimony establish what those documents are and why they're reliable or not reliable?
Will recall Deputy Blake Fisher.
All right, Deputy Fisher, you are still under oath. Please proceed, Ms. Gillette.
And Deputy, I asked you earlier if you did the KBI, if you field tested the methamphetamine. Did you in fact field test the methamphetamine?
I did.
And did you get a positive result from the field test of the methamphetamine?
I did.
And are you certified to conduct those tests?
It's not a certification. I'm trained in how to conduct them.
And did you conduct this test with your training?
I did.
And did you photograph your results?
I did.
Is there an app you use on your phone?
Yes.
And is that on your work phone?
It's on my cell phone.
So, Ms. Gillette, what you're wanting to introduce as plaintiff's C, is that commonly known as the field test? You mentioned KBI, but is it the field test to be Deputy Fisher's field test?
It is, Your Honor.
And that's something that he has photographed the results of, apparently, from your line of questioning?
It is, Your Honor. So it's not a lab report, it is a photo of a field test. It It is. When they take the picture of the test with the app, it indicates that it's positive. It's,
And
it's,
you've,
it's similar to the ones that you have had in the past.
sure, and you've sent a copy of this photo to defense counsel and you have received it. And now
Yes, Your Honor.
you're sending a copy of it up to the court for consideration towards probable cause, Ms. Gillette, on the methamphetamine.
We are, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, if you want to proceed, and when I get that, we'll let you know.
I can actually share screen if I admit my,
That's fine. That's fine. Are you moving to admit then?
yeah, we can share it for you.
All right. Well, as I understand, Ms. Gillette, you've introduced it as plaintiff C, and defense counsel has no objection that he's seen the document previously. He's nodding yes, so
Yes, ma'am.
you may publish it through screen sharing at this time, as long as Deputy Fisher does confirm it is what you're in reference to.
It'll take me just a second to log in my computer and have Missy admit it.
Very well. So you're admitting the computer is C and the
The mobile detect data chem test.
and Deputy Fisher, is that its official name, what she just said,
It's a mobile detect test result.
commonly known as field test, yes?
Correct.
And if I may go a step further, then do you mail that to the KBI for further confirmation
The field test itself, or
or any part of the substance?
what the substance that I test is what's mailed to the KBI for further testing.
And I understand we do not have the official KBI result back. Is that
Not to
right?
my knowledge, no.
All right, Ms. Gillette, I'm going to stop inquiry at this point and let you resume your case.
Your Honor, this would be the mobile detect positive result.
All right, and you're marking this as exhibit what?
C.
C. C, or if the computer is C, I guess it'd be C1. Deputy Fisher, if you want to confirm what that is, if you can.
That's the mobile detect result of the field test that I conducted.
And you saw it during your testing, and that you confirmed that clearly and accurately reflects what you saw at the date and time you did the test.
Correct. The blue indication on the field test result shows that it was a positive indication for the methamphetamine that was taken out of the methamphetamine smoking pipe. On the lower right corner, you can see the methamphetamine smoking pipe where I collected the substance out of.
Thank you. Ms. Gillette, anything further you want to make out of this exhibit?
No, Your Honor.
Please proceed then.
I believe the state will rest.
Mr. DeHoya, any questions, cross-examination of this part of the testimony?
Yeah, just a quick second, Judge. I wanted to grab something real quick here. Deputy, you said you tested the residue inside the pipe. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how do you do that exactly? Do you have to like swab something, or how does that work?
I used a Q-tip to swab the inside, and then I rubbed the remnants of the Q-tip onto the mobile detect result.
Okay. So there wasn't any raw methamphetamine found or MDMA found. It was all residue.
Correct.
Okay. No further questions on that.
Anything else, Ms. Gillette, of this witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Deputy Fisher, you may want to stay until the conclusion.
Yes.
All right, any other witnesses, Ms. Gillette?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you used the term the state rest. You are resting, Ms. Gillette, at the conclusion of Deputy Fisher's testimony.
We are.
All right, then, Mr. DeHoya, any testimony you want to present or evidence?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, well, there may be motions down the road. I don't know. There may be a jury trial down the road. I don't know. That's for the defendant and the counselors to decide. But as far as probable cause, I do find probable cause to bind the defendant over for arraignment on both the meth and the marijuana after 2 priors. So, Missy, when can we set that?
This case goes to Judge Ricky and he is available November 6th at 2 p.m.
Counsel, can we use that date? And if it doesn't work, maybe you can contact his AA or he himself.
Give me just a second, Your Honor. Our
Uh,
baby shower is coming up on that date, around that date, so I want to make sure that's not it. You said at 2 p.m.?
That's
Yes.
what she said.
I can't do 2. I've got a sentencing in Butler County at that time.
What about 3?
I can do 3.
Okay.
Right, November 6th at 3 p.m. it will be before Judge Ricky and Missy. Is that by Zoom?
Yes, it is.
By Zoom. All right. Anything further from either party? Okay, defendant's bond amount has been set, I believe, by Judge Ricky. That will remain. And if there's nothing further, this matter is adjourned and you are excused with the defendant remanded to the custody of the county sheriff.
Thank you,
all.
Judge.
Welcome.
Touch